Welcome to African Dream Motivation. Starting a company in any part of the world comes with its own challenges. It is very clear at the beginning, but the heat is felt when your head is in the game. Africa has seen the coming and the going of many startups over the past decades. To think of starting an e-commerce company in Africa and expanding across the continent, Jumia was in for a lot of ups and downs. African e-commerce industry was very young and had less competition, but to really thrive in it, huge investment had to be made. So what actually happened to Jumia? Let's go back to the beginning. Jumia started as a Rocket Internet company. Rocket Internet is an European company that builds startups and owns shareholdings in various models of retail businesses. This was the sole financier of Jumia in their early days, before other investors came on board. With an undisclosed amount from Rocket Internet, Jumia Market was founded by Jeremy Hodara and Sasha Ponyonek in 2012 and was in full operation by 2013. The company operated in Nigeria under the brand name Jumia and in Pakistan as Kemu. By 2015, the Jumia market under both Jumia and Kemu had expanded to 35 countries, which were mostly based in Asia and Africa. Jumia served as an online mall where sellers and buyers meet to transact business. In September 2014, mobile technology was growing at a tremendous pace, and it provided a means of reaching even more customers due to the rise in the number of smartphone users across the globe. Jumia tapped into this growth by launching its smartphone app for Android, iOS, and BlackBerry. The rapid growth of Jumia attracted strategic investors from all over the world, including CDC, Goldman Sachs, Orange, MTN, and the Millicom Group. In 2016, Africa Internet Group (AIG), which is Jumia's parent company, announced its decision to bring all e-commerce companies in Africa under the Jumia umbrella. This brought platforms exploring food, real estate, automobile, and general goods markets under the Jumia franchise. This was key to Jumia's quick expansion in Africa. The brand name Jumia concentrated fully on Africa and gradually expanded to 14 countries by 2019. In April 2019, Jumia became the first African tech company to list on the New York Stock Exchange with a promising initial share price of $14.50, which was predicted to rise to a range of $27 to $40. The positive prediction began showing, with the share price rising to its peak of $50. A shocking claim of Jumia being a security fraud from Andre Left, a short seller at Citron Research, caused a steep decline in the share price. The company suffered lawsuits and lost a lot of money in the process. This was not something new in the e-commerce industry. In 2011, Jack Ma's Alibaba faced a similar fraudulent crisis. Some fraudulent companies were created with the help of some employees. These proposed companies were labeled as gold suppliers, approving them as legitimate and trustworthy. These schemes caused many international customers to lose huge sums of money. When it came to light, Jack Ma stood his ground and ensured that a thorough investigation was done. About 100 salespeople were fired for playing a role in setting up such a fraudulent scheme. These drastic actions were very significant to restoring the reputation of Alibaba brand. 3 years later, Alibaba was listed on the New York Stock Exchange, raising $21.8 billion. This became the biggest IPO in US history, bigger than Amazon, Microsoft, and other top companies in the world. For Jumia to work its way up once again, something had to be done. From late 2019 coming, Jumia began investigating the claims and uncovered some fraudulent activities, especially in the G4 system, which had become manipulative by some employees, defying the good intentions behind its establishment. Some workers who engaged in such fraudulent activities were fired, and stricter measures were put in place. Also, the company's operations in 3 countries were suspended to help put the company in good shape. All this while, Jumia had not made any profit after 7 years of its establishment. Investors were hoping their listing on the New York Stock Exchange could cause a turnaround in the company's continuous losses. As Jumia was dealing with its New York Stock Exchange disaster with its underwriters working extra hard to refute the claims of Andrew Left, shocking news unraveled. Jumia's primary financiers, Rocket Internet, who had been with the company from the beginning, announced their exit. They had sold most of their stakes in the company, putting Jumia at the mercy of bad press. Jumia continued working hard and fixing the loopholes that had caused its downfall on the New York Stock Exchange market. In 2020, Andrew Left, the short seller whose claims caused the fall of Jumia's stock in 2019, retracted his statement. In an interview with the African Report, he said, and I quote, "I am positive on their outlook now that much of the fraud seems to be behind them." End quote. He went further to make assertions that Jumia's stock has a value about 5 times more than the current price at that time. He revealed how Jumia had transformed into a highly reputable firm in the course of just 1 year. After all these transformative efforts were put in place by Jumia, a rise in share price was seen in 2020. Ever since, the company's stock had never gone lower than it did in 2019. Today, Jumia is on the course to profitability and, most importantly, putting Africa on the map. It had been a journey of ups and downs, but gradually, Jumia has become a giant in the e-commerce industry. No business gets it easy. There will always be tough times. Jumia didn't just wait for opportunities to come to them. They came, persevered, and conquered. As Abraham Lincoln puts it, "Good things come to those who wait, but only what's left from those who hustle." The journey will always be challenging. It will take only those who are willing to persevere till the end to succeed. Many startups have collapsed, but Jumia is still making the headlines because beyond the ups and downs lies great success. Be inspired and never give up. Thanks for watching this video to the end. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Also, share this video with anyone you believe will love it as you did. Thanks again. See you in our next video. Until then, have a nice day.